Gnostic Codex. Lost Gnostic Texts from Alternate Timelines. Volume 4. Now resumes the continuation of the restoration of all things. These are not just scriptures. These are echoes, rescued from the ruins of silenced timelines. 3 more Gnostic texts, burned, buried, or never written, here, now recovered, across threads where the soul remembers its shape. You do not read them, you walk through them. The testament of the forgotten twin, a secret twin of Jesus, erased from history, embodying the half of memory humanity rejected. His silence becomes scripture itself. Alternate history. In multiple ancient threads, the testament of the forgotten twin was canonized alongside the Gospel of Thomas, forming the basis of a mystical Christian sect known as the Memorians. These sects believed that Christ's hidden twin embodied the half of divine memory lost in the act of creation, the sacred forgottenness necessary for free will. Early Memorian monasteries used silent ritual rather than spoken liturgy, emulating the twins' unseen ministry. In at least one world, Constantine's council preserved this text instead of suppressing it, leading to a Christianity centered on reconciliation through remembrance, rather than authority through creed. Selected excerpts from the Testament of the Forgotten Twin. Chapter 1. The First Birth. From one womb came 2. One was named, the other unspoken. The world saw only half the light. The elder stretched out his hand, but the hand was veiled. Angels recorded one name and erased the other. The mother wept, for she bore 2, but the world bore 1. Heaven knew the secret. Earth knew the silence. Thus memory was split, and truth halved. Chapter 2. The Hidden Cradle. The cradle was covered in linen, set apart. Shepherds did not come, nor kings bring gifts. Yet the hidden twin suckled the same milk. His cry was heard by none, save the night wind. His laughter filled the silence of caves. He learned the tongue of shadows, and silence became his scripture. He grew strong where no eye lingered. Chapter 3. The Silent Walk. He walked the road beside his brother, unseen. His steps left no dust. His voice spoke in dreams, but not in markets. The poor saw him in their hunger. The widow felt him in her solitude. He carried half the burden, but no cross. His gospel was breath. His sermon was stillness. Chapter 4. The Veil of Recognition. One day, the veil tore. The disciples glimpsed 2 where they swore there was one. Is this a spirit? They asked. Or is this a brother hidden? But the veil closed again, and they remembered nothing save the unease. The scrolls mention a shadow. The shadow was a man. Chapter 5. The Reunion. At the last breath, the hidden twin appeared. He touched his brother's feet upon the cross. Blood fell on both. One ascended, the other descended. Heaven welcomed its son. Silence welcomed its brother. They embraced at the border of forgetting. Their reunion healed the memory of God. The Father said, "Two were one, one was two, and I forgot myself." Fate of the text in our timeline. In our timeline, faint traces survive only in vague heresiological accusations, mentions of false brethren, a hidden twin, or a second Jesus. None ever verified, all dismissed as symbolic. But in those other threads, the veil did not hold. The scroll of the living flame. Hymnic chants that describe souls as sparks of undying fire, mistaken for shadows when bound, but never extinguished. Alternate history. In several adjacent strands, the scroll of the living flame was foundational to early mystic sects who believed that every soul was a literal fragment of divine fire. These flame bearers resisted church orthodoxy by teaching that salvation was not earned, but remembered, a reignition of one's inner spark. The scroll was said to be burned publicly during the Council of Halicarnassus, a council that never occurred in our strand, but memorized by wandering mystics who sang its verses disguised as poetry and song. In our world, only embers remain, obscure sayings attributed to souls of fire in apocryphal texts. Selected excerpts from the Scroll of the Living Flame. Chapter 1. The First Spark. In the beginning was not word, but spark. The spark leapt in darkness. Archons grasped it, thinking it a cinder, but it burned their hands. The soul is flame, clothed in ash. Fire remembers its source. Fire cannot die. Even when hidden, it smolders. Chapter 2. The Wandering Glow. Sparks wandered the eons. Some became stars. Some became eyes in flesh. Some hid in stone. The glow whispered to itself, "I am not lost." Fire bends, but does not vanish. Even in exile, it warms. Even in hunger, it shines. Chapter 3. The Ashen Shadow. When flame is bound, it seems shadow, but shadow is fire sleeping. The rulers mocked the ash, saying, "It is dead," yet beneath the gray lay red. A breath awakens it. The spirit breathes, and cinders ignite. The dead are not dead. Flame is never gone. Chapter 4. The Song of Return. Sparks call to sparks. Their song is without tongue, yet all flames hear it. One ember leaps to another. A chain of fire dances in the night. Each soul finds its kin by the song. None are left unlit forever. The fire will return, and shadows will bow before it. Chapter 5. The Unquenchable. Rivers cannot drown it. Stones cannot bury it. Flesh cannot contain it. Flame rises through cracks. It feeds not on wood, but on remembrance. The eons tremble at its brightness, for no hand can snuff it out. The fire is the face of God. Fate of the text in our timeline. In our strand, only faint fire soul sayings survive, hinted at in Origen's references to souls of fire, but no text preserved. The Codex of the Opal Gate, a manual of dream gates, shifting resonance across worlds. This text was treated as dangerous technology in some timelines, as it made crossing too available. Alternate history. In certain parallel strands, the Codex of the Opal Gate was treated not as scripture, but as dangerous spiritual technology. It detailed precise dream gate techniques, resonance alignments, color memory harmonics, and gateway rituals, allowing skilled dreamers to cross into alternate timelines or reflected realities. Entire opalite orders emerged, some peaceful, others power-hungry. In one world, a schism in Alexandria between Orthodox theologians and Opal Gate practitioners led to the Rift Riots, during which hundreds were said to vanish during shared dreaming rites. The Codex was later banned in most major city-states and passed secretly among initiates under veiled names like the Book of Sleep Roads. Selected excerpts from the Codex of the Opal Gate. Chapter 1. The Gate of Ivory. Dreams of ivory shine false. They promise ease, but lead to entrapment. The sleeper walks through ivory and awakes in chains. Those who boast of visions often drank from ivory. Beware the pale shimmer. It flatters the soul, but it imprisons the will. The true gate is not white. Chapter 2. The Gate of Horn. Dreams of horn are sharp and piercing. They wound the sleeper, but open true. The dreamer bleeds and sees. Horn dreams cut the veil. Prophets walked through horn and returned wounded, but their scars were scripture. Horn is hard, but honest. The dreamer who endures finds the path. Chapter 3. The False Gate. Not all gates are gates. Some open into mirrors, not worlds. The traveler embraces his own image, thinking it passage, but he falls into himself and wanders endlessly. Beware the false gate of pride. It echoes the self until deafness comes. The mirror is not the way. The way breaks the mirror. Chapter 4. The Shattered Dream. Some gates collapse as you walk them. Fragments cut the dreamer. He awakes with glass in his hands. The dream is broken, but shards remain. From one shard you may glimpse the true gate. Do not curse the shattered dream. It teaches what must be left behind. Brokenness is still a teacher. Chapter 5. The Passage of Opal. Opal shines with many colors. No one hue is true, but all are needed. To pass the Opal Gate, one must accept all selves. Each color is a memory of another world. The archons cannot follow, for they despise plurality. The dreamer steps through and becomes many, yet in the many, he finds the one. The Opal Gate is the crossing of worlds. Fate of the text in our timeline. In our world, no direct copy exists. Ancient dream manuals like Artemidorus Onerocritica remain, but stripped of all multiversal resonance. What survives is sanitized, the gate left closed. But echoes of opal still hum in the dreams of those who remember having walked other worlds. 3 more Gnostic texts restored. Not all that was sacred was preserved, but not all that was lost is gone. These verses also survived, across silence, exile, and forgetting. And now, they remember you too.